Hey guys, if you haven't been watching, here's what you've missed.
I'm pregnant. It's Saturday, September 7th, and 7th? I think so. And I'm 7 weeks today. Just got up, and I've been checking my weight only once a week. I do like to keep track of that just because I'm curious, not because I worry too much about it. So let's check it out. That's the same, I think, as it was last week, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Okay, so I just had to leave Starbucks.
This is about how much I drink. I just get it so that I can sip on it and still have the flavor without crushing it.
I was trying to get some work done, but I'm starving today. I've been starving all day. Like this morning when I woke up, I was starving, and then like an hour after I ate breakfast, I was starving, and I ate something like 2 hours ago, and I'm starving still. So clearly something's going on. I need a little extra food today. Was sitting in the Starbucks with the delicious breakfast sandwich smell again. Gosh dang it. And I was like, I gotta go home. Luckily, I'm only like a mile away from my house. So I'm gonna go crush the rice turkey veggie combo and probably a few chips. But, and then hopefully spend a little bit more time working before we work out, and we gotta take care of Knox. All right, I'm about to introduce you guys to one of my favorite snacks of all time. Grapes, and almond butter. Today, I've been so hungry all day. I just ate dinner. It was like chicken, veggies, and potatoes, and I'm still starving. What have you made for me?
Classic toast that you missed so much.
I forgot about this.
Jumbo soup.
Every night while I was pregnant and the entire time I was breastfeeding, I ate peanut butter toast with bananas and blueberries. And I was so sad when I stopped breastfeeding because I knew I didn't need it anymore. It's back. The peanut butter toast is back. It's Sunday, September 8th, and just getting ready to go to the office to record the next episode of the podcast for our weekly updates on the pregnancy. And this morning we announced the pregnancy on Instagram, and all of the street parking members know, and everybody. So super exciting. Our announcement was like literally, I'm so proud of it. Although it was my idea, the person who made it, Salvi, it did amazing. It's incredible. Having like mixed feelings about everybody knowing. I definitely wanted to do the announcement before we go to Hawaii, just because there's a bunch of our members coming, and I didn't want them to wonder, if I'm like tired, or we're supposed to be doing like this 10K trail run and this boat ride and all this stuff, and I just didn't know how I was going to be feeling. So I wanted everybody to know so that I could feel like I could relax and be myself and not have the secret. But at the same time, it is earlier than most people announce. I know most people will wait till like 12 weeks, which I did not do because of this trip, and just because, again, like I think it's sad that people feel like they have to wait, and that's like almost like a third of your pregnancy. You wait and don't share it with anyone. So, but the mixed feelings that I'm having are now, because it is still early, that if something were to happen, that it would be super public, and that's scary. For sure, but yeah. All right, it's Sunday evening. It's like, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Totally don't feel like training today, and actually this will be day 4 in a row, but I don't know what the situation's gonna be like for working out. for the next week because we leave on Tuesday to go to Hawaii. And so I'm gonna do something today, probably the street parking sandbag workout, but take it pretty chill and just move and sweat in case I end up missing a couple of days on this trip. Just get something in before we go. Something that I've been noticing the last few days is some pain in what I think is my ligaments in my belly, like on the sides, like a little bit below my belly button. And I remember, I think what it's called is round ligament pain. There's probably other ligaments in there too. I'm not super familiar with all of that, but they told me that it's pretty normal. If I sit up too quickly, or like I think earlier today I was getting out of the car and like rotated, I'll feel like a kind of sharp pain in one or both of those like side ligaments. When we did go to the doctor, one thing that they did tell us is that is super normal, so not to worry about it. And I haven't felt anything like that in my workouts at all, so that's good. Just, yeah, like if I'm laying down and get up too fast. Today's workout was definitely hard. The runner is so hard. But it was kind of nice just to be in here alone, like little meditative session, I guess. And gonna head in and do my night. I am a disastrous mess right now. Julian had to take my dog, my 13-year-old Midgie, to the vet. I wanted to take him, but he was worried that I would never get everything packed, and I'm so exhausted. And we have to leave the house at like 6:15 in the morning tomorrow. I fell asleep I can't even talk. I fell asleep on the floor in Knox's room when I was putting him to sleep tonight. And now I'm just packing. But today has been a complete disaster. It's like 6:45 in the morning and we are headed to the airport. Midgie's still alive, and the only issue we've run into this morning is a little bit of traffic, but otherwise smooth, and we're excited for the trip. There we go. We are here in Hawaii, and the first stop after getting our rental cars is Costco. We have 2 big Airbnbs for our whole crew, and instead of eating out for the next 9 days, a lot of our meals will be made at home to save money and to save us from just eating crappy food for a week. And for this guy. No touch. No touch. No touch.
Like you had the breakfast that you wanted. It's like kind of like a lose-lose kind of situation. Like it's nice to go out to have breakfast and change it up every now and then, but not when you're on a week-long trip, you know. So yeah, just got our regular eggs, we've got some oats, we've got our coffee. We brought our coffee from home.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you feeling?
I'm really nauseous right now, actually.
Dang.
Last night was rough. Did you already tell them?
No, I saved that for you.
Okay, this might be a different video, but Knox woke up at like 1:30, fully crying, screaming, did not want to go back in his crib, so we let him sleep with us in the bed, but that's like not, like he just transferred back and forth from me to Julian to me to Julian.
How long did it take before he knocked out?
I would say minimum an hour and a half.
Right? I was like, oh my god. And then next thing you know, I woke up.
He was asleep on my head.
That's when he knocked out?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he like rolled over to you, but anyways, he's like talking, he's like, mas gorilla, my hippo, my... Anyways, so we didn't get much sleep until 5 a.m. when he was ready to wake up, because that's 8 a.m. back home, which is when he's been waking up. And so
That made me feel pretty good, actually.
yeah, I got 2 hours of sleep after that, but we didn't go to bed till like midnight or like 11.
It was late.
So we didn't get much sleep. And I feel pretty nauseous, probably because I'm also dehydrated.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
I want to talk about a topic that actually is, I feel like it's pretty common. There was like a moment where I felt really bad because Miranda went to go grab him and I wanted to have to play the superhero, and I told her it was like 1:30. She went to go try to grab him. I went to grab his cocoa water. I went back in and I was like, hey, like I was tired and I was like, hey, just I got it, right? But I came off very rude and I was just trying to like be the hero, but also that's also when guys think that, it's not always the best approach. And I've learned that, so I had to really apologize because
I was so mad.
yeah, I know, we could talk about that. I know, because I feel like
I was
that's
mad
something that
because
not a lot of people talk about and they don't get it.
A lot of times Julian or even his mom, when I want to be mom and I want to be taking care of him and I want to like, I mean, being a mom and dealing with these situations, it takes practice, and obviously Lucy gets a ton of it because she's with him all the time. They'll like sometimes take those opportunities away from me because they want to help, but like I want to figure out how to calm him down right now, and that's kind of where I was last night. And then Julian took him from me, and he did calm down, and I was like really upset because he got to use that opportunity to practice, and he was just kind of taken from me, and then I was just kind of like laying there like, okay, I won't. Anyways, I get in these moments where I'm like, this isn't fair. Like I give my body up for like 2 years, and then these guys get to do all the like meaningful stuff. Once the baby's like outside of my body, I'm just like a baby making machine for them type of thing. Anyways, it's also because it was like 2 in the morning.
So here we are. Everyone's getting their pokey. And I'm vlogging right now.
Oh, nice.
It's my favorite pokey spot. Let's go look at it.
I'm gonna take some too, though. Take a spin.
Just deliciousness.
Avocado, everything's made to order.
Oh, thank you.
Fresh ahi.
We are here at the Kaua'i Landing Resort, the most beautiful resort here in Poipu. Got a workout in, got some food, now we're swimming with the kids. Just a good day before all the madness and crazy schedule starts, and we love it.
Just a couple thoughts that I'm having on this trip. I was telling Julian last night, I know to literally anyone else that I still look great, and at almost 8 weeks pregnant, even with my second child, like I still look awesome, and people will say like, oh my gosh, I would switch with you and I'm not even pregnant. But for me and for my experience, my body is changing so much faster with this pregnancy. I feel, and maybe it's because I'm older too, and just my skin's looser from the first pregnancy, but I feel flabbier than than I did with my first pregnancy, much faster. And I'm it's not my belly, it's the rest of my body. And I think that's something about pregnancy that not a lot of people know is, I think we all prepare ourselves for the belly, right? And you're like, oh, the belly, it's fine, it's the belly. But no, your whole body changes. And I mean from my ankles to the top of my head, everything changes. And already, even at less than 8 weeks in, everything feels softer, which I'm just not used to it. And it seems to be happening way sooner this time. So I've been a little self-conscious, and it starts to make you worry like, oh my gosh, well, if this is already happening at 8 weeks in, like how am I going to be at 40 weeks, and what am I going to look like after the baby comes out? And then you just have to always take yourself back and remember like that's like a really selfish way of thinking. It makes sense, and I get it, and I'm thinking that way too, but at the end of the day, like your body is doing so much work to create this life, and I've been waiting for it for so long, and the last thing I want to do is not enjoy it because I'm so worried about my butt being flabbier than I would like. So it's been tough, obviously, when everyone's running around in shorts and swimsuits and everything, to just not feel like myself, but trying to keep that perspective and trying to not worry too much about what's going to happen after, and know that I do have control and I am in control, and I'm going to have this beautiful gift that is worth any price that I would have to pay. So, yeah.
Promesas son nada más que solo palabras, y si no las cumples.
All right, and that's a wrap for the 2019 Ultimate Ohio Trail Run. What did you think?
Happy birthday.
I guess it's my last day of my 20s, moving on to my 30s.
Vamos 1, 2, 3, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres moverlo sin pena, ven, sin estrés. Muéstrame sus pasos, te cuento hasta 10 y ven. Yo sé que tú quieres